Acceptance to many of us at first may bring to mind notions of giving up, quitting, or resignation. Truly, though, acceptance is an active, purposeful process in response to thoughts and feelings, quite the opposite of giving up, which requires no effort at all. Acceptance holds at its core the intention to allow your experience to be your experience, whatever it may be, without rushing in to fix or change that experience in any way. As always, awareness is the foundation. To allow difficult thoughts, feelings, and sensations to be present means first registering their existence. We then pause and hold this awareness in a cradle of kindness before choosing how to respond. This is very different to an automatic reaction or passive resignation, as this process of acceptance rests on a conscious intention to respond in this way. Over time, you may notice a running theme throughout your meditation practice of where your mind often trails off to, perhaps, as we learned in session 4, a theme of mind reading, personalization, or some other theme. Like a production that is put on many times over the years, the performers on the stage may change, but the underlying storyline or thought stream stays the same. Or perhaps it is the underlying energy that feels the same: guilt, anger, sadness. Or maybe you find your awareness repeatedly pulled to painful sensations. Most typically, our usual reaction is to respond to these thoughts, beliefs, and feelings as the truth. People who have chronic pain, and for that matter, all people, spend a great deal of effort clinging on to beliefs about how themselves, others, and the world should be, ought to be, or must be. We all have expectations of ourselves and ideas about the kind of person we need to be competent, worthy, lovable, just to name a few. Keeping up with these ideas of ourselves takes energy and work. And for many people who are experiencing long term stress, as is the case with chronic pain, these ideas or beliefs may become overly rigid, negative, or unrealistic, given that perhaps our context has changed since the time these beliefs were formed, which is often in childhood. But we doggedly hold on to these beliefs, which leads us to resist change, resist pain, and ultimately puts up a barrier to flexibly moving toward acceptance. Oftentimes, we are not even aware of our underlying beliefs or the power they hold in driving our thoughts and how we feel and how we relate to pain. Bringing these beliefs into awareness is the first step toward working with them and accepting our experience just as it is, letting go of all this extra baggage. Take a moment to examine this picture of a tree depicting automatic thoughts, intermediate beliefs, and core beliefs. Try to think of an example linking an automatic thought to a should belief to a core belief, and ask yourself what effect this had on your mood, behavior, pain. See if you can identify your own linkages from your personal experiences, perhaps starting with an automatic thought theme that you had previously identified when we talked about the unhelpful habits of the mind.